Sariputra and Maudgalyayann, both were Buddha's disciple. And they were a very good friend. That's an example of friendship. They were two bodies with one soul. No? They were totally in tune with each other, Sariputra and Maudgalyayann. When they heard about Buddha in Rajagriha, they were living in Rajagriha with some other master. They were also assistant master, but when they heard about Buddha, that he is in a Giddakud Parvat in Rajagriha, Sariputra felt a pull. So he asked his friend Maudgalyayann that we should go and meet. They both went there. Along with him, there are other disciples of Sariputra and Maudgalyayann were all there. Sariputra was very advanced seeker, a great meditator. After initiation, within 7 days, he became enlightened. He was synchronized with Buddha's enlightenment. Whenever Buddha used to go into samadhi, he used to feel samadhi. No? So within 7 days, he became fully enlightened. It took for Buddha 6 years to sit under the tree and meditate hard, so much hardship. And Buddha was meditating since many, many lives. For Sariputra, it took only 7 days. Just sitting near Buddha, whenever Buddha used to go into samadhi, he used to feel samadhi. He was so synchronized, he was totally surrendered to Buddha. And within 7 days, he attained the same height which Buddha took to attain 6 years. Because Buddha has no master in that life, and Sariputra has a very loving, very caring master, Siddhartha Gautama Buddha. What I am talking to you, the synchronicity. The Maudgalyayann has many esoteric power. He was also a meditator, and through meditation he has gained many esoteric power. So he used to do some miracles. No? He was a miracle master. So he could not attain same what Sariputra attained within 7 days, but he was so much tuned to Sariputra, not to Buddha. He was great friend of Sariputra, and they were in great intimacy. So another 7 days, and within 15 days, Maudgalyayann also attained enlightenment. So that is a synchronicity. If you are in love, deep love, it has happened. There are many examples. I don't have time to talk about all the examples. So this is the very good example of Sariputra and Maudgalyayann. And it does not end there. When Sariputra became old, he asked the permission from Buddha that I want to leave my body. Bhagavan said, you are already an enlightened person. You decide if you want. Where you want to leave the body? He said, I want to go to Nalanda. Because Sariputra left his body in Nalanda, Nalanda became a world famous university, and still it is a very powerful Buddha field. So he said, he was from Nalanda. So he said, I want to go to my mother place, my mother is alive, and I want to leave my body where I was born. Buddha said, you decide, you are already enlightened. So he went there and left his body. If you go to Nalanda, there is a very powerful samadhi of Sariputra where Nalanda University is built on his samadhi. Very powerful, I should say, very, very powerful, very, very energetic samadhi of Sariputra is there in Nalanda on which later on Nagarjuna built a famous Asian university of Nalanda University, where 10,000 students used to come from all over the Asia. So he left his body there. Then his brother brought his ashes and his begging bowl, because the tradition in Buddha time was that if somebody lifts his body, his dress and his begging bowl shall be used by another bhikkhu. And Sariputra begging bowl was very charged, so it was brought, and when the news came, Buddha was in Sravasti, a few hundred miles away from the Nalanda. When brother of Sariputra, he was also a Buddha disciple, and also he became enlightened later on. All his brothers became enlightened. So he brought the ashes and the begging bowl, and when he reported to Buddha that Sariputra has left his body, Buddha also said that I have lost my right hand, a pillar of Buddhism I have lost, because Sariputra was a pillar of my Buddha field. Buddha also became silent. Many bhikkhu started crying because Sariputra was a very loving person and very popular, so many bhikkhu started crying. Maudgalyayann was also sitting there. He heard the news, remained silent. He was sitting in meditation, remained silent. So everybody is surprised. What has happened? Every bhikkhu was sad and they were crying. But Maudgalyayann was sitting deep in meditation and he was not moving and not crying. So people thought that the shock may be too much and he has become insane or what. But he remained in that posture for many long hours. Then people came and moved him. He has already left his body. Just listening to this news that my friend Sariputra has left his body, it was enough for him. Very silently, sitting in deep meditation, he left his body. No? That is called synchronicity. If the deep love is there, these things are possible.